Good morning and welcome back to Friday here on Gaming with ADHD, where, holy crap, it is busy today. Sam Healy's live, Ye Old Geek is live, Bear is live, Renegade Game Studios is live, announcing HeroScape, which we've talked about on the channel before. And I have a sinking feeling I'm probably going to end up talking about with the new release. But oh my gosh, this is like, it is a busy day today. Anyways, good morning, Hungar. Good morning, Seraphis. All right, so fair warning. Oh, I've got the wrong image up. Ha! Painting. No, that's not it. Member giveaway paint stream. Nerds. Anyways, so all right, so today I'm going to be painting a miniature for good friend of the channel, Mundo. And I may have made a mistake. Good morning, Mundo. I will warn you, I might have made a mistake in that I went to so a friend of mine needs a new chicken coop, and he didn't want to pay $3,000 for it, but I'm like, hey, if we're talking $3,000, I would gladly build a chicken coop for you for less than that, obviously. And so I was doing that before coming to paint a miniature. So I may have made a mistake with that. Anyways, so we're gonna find out. This will be interesting, but it'll be fun. So anyways, hello Mundo, welcome. I hope you're excited for this. Oh, that's what I needed to do. I need to pull up a reference picture of one of Mundo's sisters. He didn't want to build it himself there, Hungar, and so I'm fine with that. It's like, you want to pay me to do it? So okay, you're wrong. Like, just go to Amazon and just do a Google search for chicken coops. Like, I'm gonna end up having to do it here in a second. I'm just trying to find a good picture of. There we go. But like a good sized chicken coop is ridiculously expensive. And so when I built mine a couple of years ago, I paid like $1,000 just for the material, but then I did all the work. And so now, you know, he paid for all the material, because it's like a 5 foot by 6 foot floor area. Like, I'm trying to find. Okay, so I know. I am super, all right. So we'll use this as an example. All right. So this from Amazon, almost $300, and essentially like 2 foot by 4 foot is all it is. So it's small, and he needs like 13. He has 13 chickens. So anyways, getting a big coop that size. Anyways, so he's looked into it, but the short answer is he doesn't want to build it. I don't want to work regular overtime. And so I volunteered to paint his build his chicken coop. For so instead of working regular overtime, I'm building his chicken coop at the same rate I would get paid at overtime. And no, I'm not telling you what I would get at overtime, but it's pretty good. So anyways, short answer, he gets a cheaper, really big, all wood chicken coop, and I get money. Anyways, so now that we've gone through Brian's adventures in chicken coops. Good morning, Glenn. Been a while, buddy. And we've got Michael Chad in. We've got Curtis Thompson, Grim Squirrel. Who have I missed? We got Very Silent Mouse. Good to see you, my friend. So, all right, real quick, folks, because gotta shill from time to time. Actually, hold on. I need to step away 1 second because I'm an idiot. Sorry, I forgot to get new paint water. Anyways, so, all right. I do have to shill a tiny little bit. Like I said, you're wrong. Well, technically it's cheaper. I know I paid over $1,000 for all of my material. I went with them to buy all the stuff, and it was like $700. So technically the chicken coop pricing has come down. But anyways, all right. So for March right now, I am at 8 members on the channel. So technically we don't have enough to be eligible for the giveaway. However, and no hunger, I am not asking you to gift more memberships. You have been very generous, but I don't want you to feel obligated. Anyways, so if I get 2 new members by the end of next week, I will go ahead and still do the giveaway for the month of March. Okay. So that is my only shilling of memberships for today. Also, don't forget links down in the description, Amazon, Drive-Thru-RPG. If you're going to buy it anyways, just send a little bit to the channel. Anyways. All right. So on that note, actually I get for first off, let's actually pull up the miniature that we're painting. So this is from Heroes Infinite, also known as Raging Heroes. This is Young Priestess Aniri the Exalted. I don't know exactly how Mundo is going to use her in the game, but we're going to paint her up to look like his like his Sisters of Battle Army. And so I'll show that real quick so you know what I'm referencing off of, which is this. So I hope that I am going to get fairly close to that. And we'll have some fun, we'll chat, and then once we are done, I don't know. I don't know how. Like, you're supposed to be able to like raid other channels. Oh, wait. Oh, there we go. No Very Silent Mouse. They added it to YouTube as well. And I think I figured out how to do it if I can just find the stupid stream. All right, we'll see if Bear gets that. If he does, great. We'll go over there after we're done. Basically, he doesn't have that enabled. Anyways, all right. Sorry, guys. It's me. So, all right. Why did I take the picture down? All right. So, actually, let me look at the email Mundo sent me. Dress turquoise, cape pink. All right, so I've been getting some new paint, which has been fun. I've got fluorescents now. I might try to put a couple of those on here. But then I'm also trying a couple other things. So you're going to notice that the miniature is more white than gray. So I actually went through and did a zenithal spray over top of it. The zenithal spray. So basically, we've got how about I zoom in so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. So it's very bright white on the top, but then if you look from down below, it's darker. So should work. Actually, I'm gonna need the magenta off of that as well. Anyways, so how about we get started instead of me yammering and being distracted all over the place. Hope everybody's been having a good week. I am actually off for the next 2 weeks, so that's nice, but most of it is actually going to be spent traveling. So not going to be able to do a lot of projects, and streaming might be limited. But I am just excited to have the time off. I've been getting super burned out. I've been sleeping very poorly. So, yeah, that is the worst. Hey, I'm going to take time off and get sick. Yeah, so anything that you were considering doing obviously is right out the window. You're wrong. You're not wrong. So Mundo has asked for a turquoise dress with a pink cloak. And because she is a $40K priestess, I will, of course, put plenty of gold trappings and trimmings upon her. Yeah, it very much is a Miami Dolphins turquoise. Yeesh. So I will admit, these paints, it's a little frustrating because when you squeeze it out, it ends up with a lot of paint on the tip still, just the tip. But it's not too bad because then I just use it to put a little bit of color on the tip so that when I eventually put them in a rack, then they will I'll still be able to see the color, lets me see the actual son of a biscuit. Okay, luckily the model's not broke. That's one frustrating part about this model is I have a super tiny join here and a super tiny join here. So we'll put some on her cloak, let her dress, let her lean back a little bit. Baking soda Moon Bear, what? Can you bring me the baking soda? I popped the miniature off its base.
Baking soda fixes it.
Mundo says baking soda and super glue for a better bond to the model.
Better bond to the model.
Yeah.
Do I have to get you a spoon or something?
No. I should have something over here that'll work.
There's no lid on this. Be careful. Careful. I'll go knocking it off. You're back.
All right. So dust the super glue with the baking soda. Oh, okay. So silk. All right. I will use silver. That's fine. Yeah. So do I just pour it right on the super glue and then and then I've got an. Okay, so put it in place. Probably a little too much, but that's fine. I did it wrong. No, I think it's... Seems to pull. Ah! Sorry, Mundo. Amateur glue drinks. Not wrong. I've never done this before. Obviously. I know it's in the texture of the base. I'll get it. That's still dry, so theoretically that should come right out. And worst case scenario, it's underneath the model, so it won't ruin the texture of the whole base. Hold on a second. Sorry. All right, hold on a second, folks. Sorry. All right. I know I'm super exciting today. All right, it's holding pretty well. Great success. I'm a disaster. Sorry, folks. Yep. Nice and secure now. All right. Seemed to work. Dear Lord, there are some hard to reach spots on this figure. There are also, so let's see here. Edits. Sorry, folks, technical difficulties. All right. Let's get back to this. All right. Got a little tie off. Anyhow. Sorry, folks. One of those days. Actually, I just realized I need some skin tone. All right, we're going to use a little bit of Reaper for skin tone. And it's at a very low point, so we'll do that now. Yeah, it is a good model. I've been really happy with a lot of the stuff from Raging Heroes. I do wish there was a lot more utility outside of 40K. I mean, I get why it's done. I would just like a little more consideration. But it has tempted me to print up the models from them for Sisters of Battle. Because I'm not going to any GW official events or whatnot. And get so or let Kim use those to rebuild her Sisters of Battle army. Like, she used to have one back in the day. But we got older and had kids, and that's not really her kind of game anymore. But repurpose it for something like Dead Zone or something. Mundo, your army is just about ready for Easter. Oh, it is we'll call it a very non-traditional paint scheme. It's not bad. I'm not complaining about it. It is just, these are some bright colors for the grim darkness of the far future. Just saying. Pause, priestess. That's one way to put it, Glenn. So 3D printing is fun because you can get some cool miniatures that way, but you do end up with a lot of undercuts and model positionings that you wouldn't see with traditional manufacturing. Man, that baking soda trick worked great. Holy crap. She is on there like it's nobody's business at this point. I don't know how I've been involved in the hobby this long and never. I think I've heard of the baking soda trick. I don't think I've ever. I mean, I know I haven't tried it. My only issue with the Monument Hobbies paints is that the bottles are super stiff. But I don't like leaving my paint open while I work, because it may be like for this magenta and the turquoise, it may be quite a while before I get back to using them. So I'd rather minimize any moisture loss. Of course, I say that now, and I have all the cyberpunk figures to do. Hey, Shadow, welcome. I am painting so for my channel, I do have memberships enabled. It's just $2 a month. But I don't have a ton of members only content. So instead, what I do is for every month that I have 10 members, I will do a giveaway where I will 3D print a miniature and paint it for the winner. This month's winner is Brother Captain Mundo, who has been a longtime supporter and not just monetarily. But he didn't win because of that. It's all above board. I do the giveaway, like I spin the giveaway wheel live on stream. You are very, very welcome, Chris. Hey, thanks, Glenn. One more, folks, and we have enough for March. Just saying. I also try to not be like super pushy about it. I get it, especially with the economy, things like that, and that's why it's $2. It's a tip jar, and like at this point, technically, it just goes back to the community anyways. Yeah, you know what? I think making the cloak come around because it's cloth will actually work better. But then I'll come along with all these little dealies and do those in silver. Yeah, that works. Anyhow. No, she printed up just fine. Actually, Heroes Infinite stuff generally prints well. Like, I finally printed like one of the large vehicle models, and I need to get a review up for it. So I'm not sure if it's just a size issue or if I need to why'd my brain just turn off? If I need to tweak the settings on the printer, I'm not sure. The terrain, like the general terrain, like the modular terrain, might work pretty well in FDM. I haven't tried it, and I really should. Because like right now, I really want to print the bar from the Cyberpunk set that they just did. And so I need to look into that. I'm gonna have to come back with some more coats. Definitely need some cleanup in there. But in the meantime, let's get some silver. So anyhow, I don't know why, but I want the cover of the book to be silver. I'm going to end up using a lot of silver on this Mundo. Since you said no gold. Which is fine. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying. It's kind of how my brain is locking into this figure. Ha! I don't know if you can tell on her chest. That's a little awkward. Hey, thanks, Chris. You have a great weekend as well, sir. Yeah, it was like I was planning on having this done before Bear went live, but I think he ended up going live early. Paint over that. Oh, some as I was painting a little bit of silver around here, some got right on the tip of her boob. I don't think Mundo wants me emphasizing pointy bits on his miniature. And I'm giving her pink boots. Mostly so that they contrast with the dress. Yes, like Mundo said, it's a happy little mistake. Oh, awesome. And there's baking soda all over my paint table. I'm so bad at this. All right, where is that? So I'm trying to stick to monument hobbies, but I still have a lot of their paints to get, so I'm gonna occasionally dip into some other paint lines. But there's a lot going on this belt. I still want it to look more leather as opposed to metal. So what have I missed in the world of gaming lately? Because I don't see everything. So what has all of you excited out there? Like, for me, my current excitement is Dice Tower West next week. This is going to be the fourth trip for Kim. Yeah, the crazy thing about the layoffs is that, like, most RPG work that I'm aware of is contract work. So, like, they don't those people are actually quote unquote safer as far as their job goes, because they're just doing it all on contract. A lot of the people that got laid off were different levels of like admin and whatnot. So because that's the other thing. I mean, when you look at like compare it to Catalyst. Now again, Catalyst is still mostly contractors for their writing. But they have a Shadowrun line developer. Jason Hardy got promoted to RPG division head. So he's in charge of all of that. Yeah, so there's definitely some growth as far as the video games are concerned. I mean, to say they did it to themselves, I think would be an understatement. You know, they're putting out these AAA titles that nobody wants. So yeah, I'm wondering what the new book is. I haven't even gotten the new Paracritters book. I've been super distracted and actually have I am so far behind, but I'm gonna make myself so in the next 2 weeks. So I won't be at my computer, so I'm definitely gonna have to find other ways to stream, but that won't be hard. Oh, right, Falling Point. Yeah, I was just meaning that I still haven't gotten the Critter book. Oh, sorry, folks. Yeah, I mean, clearly Shadowrun is building up to something, but I'm wondering if they need to go that big. Mundo, I'm just gonna make her a brunette. I want her to have like a few colors that aren't necessarily common in your army, because I figure she's a character, so she's not necessarily supposed to blend in to the rest of them. I mean, obviously she'll look different anyways, coming from a completely different painter. But again, just do little things to hopefully let her stand out. Actually, that's a question, Mundo. Since you're playing in a GT, which I'm assuming is a semi-official event, what is their rule on non-Games Workshop models? I mean, are they cool with it? Because I would be sad if you get it and then essentially don't get to use it. Okay, so the GT you're going to is non-official. Or non-Games Workshop, I should say. Like, I know they used to allow more non-Games Workshop stuff. I just don't remember what the rule was. It has been a long time since I've done anything Games Workshop. We'll come back with some brighter metal on the chain sword and a couple extra colors to help it stand out. I just figured it should have a darker metallic as its base. And you know what? All right. This is going to be interesting. So she has this crown of thorns. I'm going to do that in some bright silver. Hey, Ogre. I'm just painting up Mundo's miniature for the member giveaway. I am not this talkative today, but I need more questions. But yeah, it was also kind of fun. I did some non-stream painting. Yesterday morning, my boss wanted to do my annual review, and so I'm just sitting here and wasn't, participating in work chat or anything, and I was a little distracted, so I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to start painting. So I was having my annual review while painting miniatures. It was great. And my boss totally didn't care. I was actually kind of surprised he didn't even ask what I was painting. But I should have the Dungeon Saga stuff done like I'm just doing the heroes and the undead. I should have all of that done before I drive up to Vegas. The catch is I've got to finish building the I've got to finish building the chicken coop. I've got friends coming in town. One friend that I haven't even been able to get together with him yet. It's a Sisters of Battle priestess character. Like, he's been here a couple weeks, and I've just been so absolutely busy, and I've not been sleeping. Anyhow, I'm actually looking forward, even as busy as the next 2 weeks are going to be, I'm just looking forward to, you know, sleeping a more or less regular schedule. Lots of board game play. No, you didn't miss a question. It was just, Ogre showed up. Told him what I was painting. I was lamenting having so many things to do. And it's, it's totally me overextending myself. Like, I didn't have to volunteer to build a chicken coop. Like, the worst part is, like, if he just said, hey, I'm going to get more chickens and I need a bigger chicken coop. Like, if that conversation had happened in January, I'd have been fine. We could have built the coop in January. But yeah, just then everything just kind of showed up right now. Like, had 2 friends come into town that I had no idea they were going to be here until like the day they show up. They're like, oh, by the way, we're in town. Wait, what? Actually got to go and have dinner with one of them yesterday. It was actually funny. Like, so it's like, all right, I'm going up to have dinner with this guy, and maybe I'll be back in time for work. Maybe I'll be late. I don't know. Maybe I'll just call out. And as soon as I'm thinking it, like, my phone pings, and I don't have bleached bone. I'm using brain matter beige, which is about the closest I've got to bleach bone. So I'm not painting them white. And then I'll be hitting it with a light brown wash anyway. So it'll definitely look much more parchment than it does right now. Right now it's already like kind of an off-white creamy color. but it'll definitely look better once I get to the wash stage. That is actually something that is super fun about doing this is like having the person that I'm painting it for, you know, live in chat react. Oh no, don't do that. Oh wait, yeah, that's fine. Or hey, could you do this instead? Like I was gonna throw a bunch of gold on her, and Mundo's like, no, silver. Oh, okay. So it's fun. But yeah, so I did get to go see him last night, or that friend last night. I will probably, like the other guy that came in town. The frustrating part there is he'll be here till at least the 20th. But I'm gone for most of that time, so I'm not entirely sure when I'm going to get to see him, but I have to do it. So it is just a bit crazy. But I did finally get my my top 5 list, which I don't know. Maybe I'll be over on the Dice Tower channel. Maybe not. I don't know. If I am, I will make sure to share it around. Because Sam Healy reached out to me and he's like, hey, do you want to do a top 5 panel? I'm like, sure. So we're doing the top 5 games you just haven't played. And looking at my list, I own 2 of the 5. 2. And I tried to mix it up. So it's not just like new stuff or old stuff, but like, you know, or like not just super popular stuff, but stuff that like so it was a challenge just being able to pick what because everybody has their own tastes. So it's interesting because, you know, you want to make, like, you have to appeal to an audience. You have to, like, it's, I'm looking at it as sort of like the Jeopardy rule. So when Jeopardy first came out, they did a bunch of like really hard questions, really smart people, and it just wasn't clicking. People didn't want to watch, mostly because they couldn't relate, and so they retooled the show and went back, and so you have a more of a mix of questions. So you do have some that are like ridiculously hard. You have a few that are, ridiculously easy, but then you have lots of questions that are, right on the border. So that, like, I forget what the number is, but essentially, let's just say that 70% of the viewers should be able to answer the question. I don't know if that's the number, but even if you can't answer it fast enough, you can still relate to the show, because you'll get the answer, and you're struggling to formulate the question, but then the person that gives the question, and you're like, oh yeah, I knew that, but your brain just wasn't fast enough. And so that's kind of how I was approaching the list, is I needed something that, or I needed not just 5 games, but 5 games that the audience could relate to. It's like there's one game on the list. It's almost 25 years old, ridiculously popular, and I've never played it, ever. I don't know why, but I was just never really interested in it. And so I've never played it, but it's super, super popular. And then there's another game that's relatively new. Again, super popular. Never played it. Another, it's on its 4th edition. It is a game I have always wanted to play, but I have never been invited to play, and I don't own it. So I haven't played any edition. What else? Oh, but then a couple that I own and just haven't played. So, most are in the top 50 on Board Game Geek. One of them is not, but that one is a This Is Me. And I tried to play it once, but we didn't actually figure it out. So I don't count it as having been played. Anyways, it's just kind of cool because it's, as far as growth of the channel, it's a big opportunity. I just need to get more videos done. Like, I'm taking a couple weeks off. Hey, it's 4:30. Sorry, folks, ADHD. Oh. Do. There we go. Where? Sweet. All right, we figured out the redirect, so that's fun. All right, because there's not a whole lot of pink on the front, I'm also putting pink on this little tabard piece. Yeah, the base is going to look nice once I get everything painted and can go in and clean it up. It's actually got a little bit of texture in it as well. I can't wait until I can afford my table upgrades. I want a little more room. So, ideally, Mundo, if there were lots of members, then I could easily do that. But I actually have to get better at, making sure I'm streaming at regular times. Streaming more often, having topics to talk about. Like usually it's just like, I'm going to show up. And then we talk about whatever. So actually like having like I mean like just doing the chill and talk is still good, don't get me wrong. But sometimes it has a tendency to not hold people's attention, as it were. So but yeah, if I could do that, then Because right now, total the upgrades would run me maybe like $400. It's not a lot. Worst case, you know, I save up from overtime and do it. So I'm not actually worried. Hey, Flan Man, been a while, buddy. Ugh, self-reviews suck. I hate those. So, all right. I absolutely hate interviews. I hate one-on-ones. Like even if it's all good, like if it's all positive, like my boss, like he had to be like a little negative because like, so all right, so they use the 9-box scoring method, and I came in at a 5, so I was like right dead center. And he's like, you know, he's like, I wanted to put you into a 6, but your customer service scores just weren't very good. And I'm like, I get it. I work a shift nobody wants, taking calls from overseas customers who have a very poor understanding of our scope of support, you know, what we will do for them, and then they get grumpy because we won't do what they want. But otherwise, like he had nothing but good to say about me, about my work. You know, I volunteer for overtime. I essentially keep my shift running. I mean, there's only 4 of us. Anyways, so yeah, short answer, like the review went well. It wasn't a problem, but I hate it. I absolutely hate having to sit through it. Even though I like my boss, I have no issues with him. I hate one-on-ones. I hate reviews. Hate them so very much. And then they're like, "Here, we'd like you to tell us what you think about what you did." I'm like, it's not gonna matter. Just tell me how I suck. It's fine. I understand. The 9-box is weird because like a 5 is you did everything just right. A 6 is you did really well. But a 7 is actually bad. So like 1, 4, 7, or 1, 2, 3, 4, and 7 are bad places to be. 5, 6, 8, and 9 are the good places to be. 9 is like, quote unquote, the impossible place to be. So like, but like 6 and 8 are equivalent. It's weird. Whatever. I got a 5. Yeah, no, you're right. It is a visual thing, but I'm just saying, so if you start at the bottom left, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And so on the 9 box, you want to be 5, 6, 8, and 9. Like in box number, not 1 to 9 scale. I get it. I get it. But either way, it is my least favorite thing all year long. Just tell me how I'm doing. Welcome back over. I'm complaining about annual reviews at work. Like I've also read stuff in like leadership magazine or like leadership websites or whatnot that are like, yeah, annual reviews are a waste of time because nobody cares. Nobody remembers what they did 12 months ago. But then that just means that they're like, oh, well, we should do it every 3 months or every 6 months. I'm like, no, just let me work. Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, you need to go in and set your goals. I'm not going to remember them. Yeah, we're going to come up and it was like, oh, I should have done that. Like, so much of, like, corporate performance is just like busy work. Hey, look, she has a mouth. Luckily, she's got big bangs, so I don't have to worry about her her eyebrows. Well played, Ogre. Well played. The funny thing is, I don't like those either. And I'm not even talking the proctologist. Like, I don't like doctors are just annoying is kind of my point there. Not that they're bad, not that they're not helpful, but like, so like I've gone to doctors about ADHD before. And like the psychiatrist was just like, here, take these pills. He didn't really ask how they were working. It was just like, oh, here, take more. Like, but why? None of this seems to help. And he just didn't care. And then he's like, I'm moving my practice to the other side of town. I'm like, cool, bro. I'm not coming with. And then I quit going and quit taking ADHD meds. Surprise. So yeah, doctor's visits, one-on-ones, annual reviews, all of that stuff. Don't like it. But I also then have the problem of I sort of assume everything is fine. And it's not. Oh yeah, I've been diagnosed multiple times. My mom said the meds were great when I was a kid. That all stopped by the time I got to high school. Maybe it shouldn't have, but yeah. Here we are. That's interesting, Flan, man. So, like, for me, painting is a struggle. It is absolutely a struggle. The only thing that keeps it from being a struggle is doing these paint streams. Coming in, having, you know, half a dozen people that that just like hanging out and having the conversation. You know, that keeps me going. Now, usually only keeps me going for a couple of hours, and we're getting kind of close, but I want to get this done. So we'll go a little bit longer, but I've also got to get over to Bear's channel. By the way, folks, we finally got it set up. So that when the stream ends, you'll just get automatically yeeted over to Bear's channel. So reason for it is Bear is, so he's not doing a Kickstarter, he's doing backer kit, just like directly. So he's just completely skipping Kickstarter, just going to backer kit for his superhero role-playing game based on Marvel superheroes. Anyways, so that's going to launch in about an hour. So for now, he's just kind of hanging out with people. And so I'm going to go hang. I told him I would hang out for the launch. Anyways, but also, if you want a good superhero role-playing game, you should check that out. All right, so we've put some little dashes of color in there, which I am quite liking. Put a little more silver on her belt. So, let's see. Ogre says, I felt like a prisoner in my own head. As turned out, every male student in her class was diagnosed ADHD, and we all went to the same doctor. Oh, surprise. Yeah, I'm kind of with Glenn. I mean, I'm not saying you don't have ADHD, but yeah, it absolutely sounds like you were diagnosed, boy, which that's been frustrating. But like my middle child, who resents being very much like his dad, but he's also got ADHD. But I know he's got it, but he's also really good at like adapting with it. So he's done a lot of stuff really well, and I'm really proud of him. Yes, he is also sitting right behind me. No, I'm not saying it because he's sitting right behind me. I don't even know if he can hear me. He probably has headphones on. No, he doesn't have headphones on. But he is scowling. Maybe he's mad at everything I've been saying. You okay, Tanner? Uh-huh. It is, and that's one of my biggest problems is that mental stimulation. It's like, just keeping it's what is going to help you focus. But the problem is chasing that dopamine hit. Like eventually your body gets used to and your brain especially gets used to the dopamine hit. And so you either have to look for new dopamine hits or new ways to intensify the dopamine hits. So it can be real frustrating. That's why, like, partly for me, that's why you see that I'll paint all sorts of different things. I'm not, like, you're not, like, number one, a model's only getting about 2 hours worth of work. Because more than that, and I'm checked out. All right, Flanman, you said listening to Tangerine Dream and drinking black coffee has me completing several metalonies. What is a metaloni? But black coffee, caffeine's a stimulant. Stimulants are the ADHD drugs. So there's that. No, Glenn, whether it's coffee or energy drinks, like people who are on ADHD very regularly will self-medicate with caffeinated beverages. I mean, that's essentially what I do. Oh my gosh, this mouth is so small. Like, yeah. It was totally a positive thing. I see what you got there. No, hey. So here's the thing. You all know I'm Mormon. You all know I have no problems talking about it. But I know that my standards aren't other people's standards. So as long as they're not like coffee is like I'm not going to drink coffee. I'm not going to encourage other people to drink coffee, but I'm also not going to shame anyone for drinking coffee. There's no need for that. Like now, you want to talk about like adult content? Yes, I will advocate that no one should be into adult content. You know what I mean. I try to keep my channel family friendly. like harmful drugs, that kind of stuff, yes, I will absolutely be judgmental on that kind of stuff. But coffee, which is a Metallones are Italian rockers. Well done, Glenn. Yeah, like again, something that is like a community norm worldwide. I'm not like I don't need to be a turd about stuff like that. So yeah. Sorry, wasn't trying to turn this into a preachy stream. I gotta clean up the baking soda. Oh, and Ogre, yeah, I know that Bears game isn't Heroes Unlimited, but hey, even Kevin and Sean like put it out in the Palladium newsletter. So they support it too. And yeah, no, exactly. But that's also not the channel that I want. You know, if I was starting a channel to talk about my religion, absolutely, I would get preachy about stuff like that. But this is about board games. You know, I'll let you know about me. I don't worry about that. It's kind of fun, actually. You know, just trying to like make sure that I don't cross that line. Oh, metal minis. Got it. Okay. Yeah, not a lot of metal minis anymore. Texting while driving. So yeah, we're here to talk, like, we'll talk about games, we'll talk about life, we'll talk about extra stuff. You know, we'll talk about me building a chicken coop. No, I'm not going to do that. I was about to put some silver threads down, like, right along that, but I don't think that'll look right. Okay, so I'm actually going to use a variety of washes. Okay, so I've got strong tone, but I need to use up the strong tone first, just before I use here. How about I put that up there? I also got a new one, so it's a mid brown as opposed to a light tone. I mean, I've still got some light tone. I don't cross the Jehovah Witness vegan line. That's awesome. I'm gonna put the light tone back. I like these darker ones. Metallones could be the next cyberpunk red gang. There we go. So yeah, I mean, overall, I like metal Onis. Mundo, if you're still there, what do you think so far? The colors are so bright, the lights just kind of wash it out. But I'm kind of thinking, actually, this is what I should do. Let's take, because these are already bright colors. let's do this. We're going to step up our game today. We're going to take some bright, warm gray and some of our turquoise. Roughly 50-50. Come on, folks. This is me. Let's get a little more bright, warm gray. Bright, warm gray. Berg. There, yeah. So it didn't wash out the color too much. It's not super stark as if I had just mixed it with white. And it's got a little thinner. You know, I'm usually bad about doing like even just edge highlights. But I want to step up my game a little bit. It is for a channel member after all. Ralpartha's Goliath, okay. Yeah, my main project at the moment is Dungeon Saga. It's got the new Origins Legendary Edition. I'm debating, do I need to highlight her boobs? You tell me, Mundo, do I highlight the boobs? I'm just worried that it'll look like super inappropriate. Okay, I didn't think you would want me to, but like, I mean, it's a very subtle highlight anyways, but I got you, bro. But see, that's the advantage of doing it live on stream. You get to say, I don't want that. And it's a very subtle highlight anyways. So, but I mean, I didn't do what you asked me not to do. But I wouldn't be surprised if it, like, I know it's not going to show up on camera, but it's still pretty subtle even in person. All right, just a nice little highlight. Set it off. And now, hey, D-Dum, thanks. I don't consider myself amazing. More just adequate. But I enjoy it. Remember, I don't paint eyes. Let's get some wash in there, and it'll look fine from a distance. Looks kind of strange when it's wet because it looks like just like the sunken pits of despair. But I gave her fairly pale skin, so I don't want to go too dark with the wash. So I'm actually using flesh wash this time since it's got a little more red to them. All right, you want to repaint the eyes? That is fine. I'm not gonna. That's one reason I've got that caveat, in the rules that I will paint it in my style, because I also know my limitations. No, I don't mind if you want to do touch-ups and stuff like that. Totally makes sense. Peach flesh tone from Speed Paint. Interesting. Yeah, I still like the speed paints. I need to use them more, but I don't know. I'm just stuck in the old style of painting. All right, so we're gonna do this mid brown over. Whoa, 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 shoot. Emergency, emergency. That paint was clearly not dry. All right, well, all right, she's safe. But there's a lot of extra water on her. So all right. It has been almost 2.5 hours. I'm gonna stop. New plan. She's a watercolor. No, I'm gonna stop because I'm still feeling a little jittery from building the coop. And I don't think I'm focusing right. So, all right. I hate to do it. It's mostly done. I just need to wash and then touch up the base, which I will do. I will probably do that offline just because I've got so much stuff to do. So she's safe. I'm gonna put her further back on the desk, let her dry. But thanks, Dita. Because I'm I don't have as many views because I'm inconsistent about when I go live. I just do it. It's just a chill stream, hang out, have some fun, talk about life and games and whatever. If you are new here, because I don't recognize your name, what I was actually doing today, so I do have channel memberships enabled. It's just a tip jar, $2 a month, if you like what you see on the channel. But what I do, because I don't really have any members only content, I am basically I'm turning it around and doing giveaways. So once a month, as long as I have 10 active members on the channel, I will give one random member a miniature that I 3D print and then paint for them live on stream. So this one is for Brother Captain Mundo. He is actually a real life friend, has been a big supporter of the channel just in general. But he did win the membership giveaway, fair and square. Because I'll do like a little video and do a little spinny wheel, the whole 9 yards. Anyways, so if you like what you see here, if you like the conversation, you're more than welcome to join us. So let's see. So I am going to have some unboxing videos. I'm going to get some videos pre-prep because remember, I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks. So there won't be any paint streams. I might just go live and do like a chill stream. Just hanging out and talking wherever I'm at. But regardless, we'll have some fun and we'll enjoy it and we will go from there. So at this point, like I said, keep an eye out for some videos, but when I end the stream, something new is going to happen. It's going to transition you over to the Society of Role-Playing Gamers channel, where Bear the Gen X GM is just doing a hangout, getting ready to launch his backer kit for Heroic, the superhero role-playing game. So absolutely hang around, check that out. But otherwise, guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Mundo, sorry we're not quite at the finished stages, but I'll talk to you this weekend. We'll get it all, like I'm planning on just like driving by and delivering your miniature to you as I drive to Vegas next week. So we'll get that all squared away. But anyways, folks, thank you so much for hanging out. Have a wonderful day, and we will talk to you next time. Bye.